Hello and welcome to our update on Fish from the Chippy from myself, Louise Davis and Simon Gray. This is part of the Fish and Schools Hero programme, which is supported by the Fishmongers Company Fisheries Charitable Trust and our partners from the seafood industry. Fish from the Chippy connects our local schools and fish and chip shops together, aiming to give pupils the chance to prepare, cook and eat fish, often for the first time. We all know that fish is not really a popular choice with many of our teenagers, but when they actually prepare it and cook it for themselves, they love it. The cost of ingredients is a real issue for all of us at the moment, especially with the cost of living crisis. So this opportunity that we're offering you to join us to have fish for free means that all pupils can take part and they can find out how simple and delicious fish is to cook. So Fish from the Chippy is part of our Fish in Schools programme, and we're seeking to give pupils a chance to cook fish for themselves and aiming for them to have more positive attitudes towards eating fish. And just to say at the outset about our delivery areas, these are the places marked in grey where our delivery partners are able to go to. Unfortunately, that doesn't include Wales, Northern Ireland, Scotland at this time, nor the northwest above Lancaster, or southwest of Birmingham down to the Taunton area. But we cover most other places, including the North Shields, on the east coast, right up to there on the east coast. We're sorry if we can't cover you right now. And also this offer is only available to secondary schools who are Food Teachers Centre members and who are signed up to the Fish Hero programme for the complete training. So our Fish from the Chippy programme emerged because we have many seafood industry partners pledging free fish to our schools. But our issue was, how can we get that delivered to you in a cost-effective way? So we tried to look for innovative ideas. Where is the fish already being delivered to? And one of the places we found was local fish and chip shops. So they typically receive boxes of frozen fish. And if we could get our companies to sponsor those boxes of frozen fish to be delivered a place they're already going to, such as a local fish and chip shop, you could then collect that fish from the shop and use it, all for free. So this is what we set up, and we had a pilot to test whether this was going to work. 1,250 pieces of hake were sent out to schools that registered as part of a pilot we had a few months ago. We had great feedback. The chip shops were asked to receive and store the fish on the school's behalf. It was ready for collection by the partner school. And as it was frozen, it could be stored and the schools could use it when they wanted to. But it was also a great PR opportunity for both the fish and chip shop and the school. The schools and the teachers then simply visited their local fish and chip shop to collect the fish. And so it was a chance for them to link up together and develop longer term relationships. The shops received a logo which they could use in the store and promoted them as a local fish hero. And it gave them PR opportunities, so we could have some photos in local and national press, social media and in school newsletters. As this was a pilot programme, we also put together some new recipes for the fish that was being delivered, which was hake. And so we had some new hake recipes and some masterclass videos on how to cook it, all ready made for the teachers to use. So there was a range of hake dishes at schools we saw going on. You'll have seen some of those pictures posted already in the Fish Hero training room, such as our posh fish finger sandwiches, hake with chorizo and chickpea stew, and popiettes of hake with a white wine sauce. This has been so successful that our aim is to extend it further and to offer this more openly to schools who are willing to put some work in to go and find a local fish and chip shop that will take this delivery for them. So why would you register to become part of this programme? Well, there's lots of opportunities, aren't there? Firstly, free fish from your local chippy delivered for you. You can go and pick it up. You'll have more pupils cooking with fish, and you'll have some great opportunities to promote your subject with some photos and the activities that you're doing. And also we give you full support and backup. The Fish Hero training room has ideas and support. You can share what you're doing with others, and you'll see offers in there for teacher CPD and masterclasses, as well as all the things that you need to get going, ready to use recipes and videos for teaching about fish. I'm now going to pass over to Simon now, and he's going to talk you through the process of how to become involved and how to approach your local fish and chip shops. Thanks, Simon.
Thank you, Louise. So how can you get your free fish delivered? What we're going to do over the next few slides is go through the process of how you can identify a local fish and chip shop, create that relationship, order your fish and get ready to teach. We're also going to go through the teacher's role, capturing photographs and the pupil feedback survey. So, step one is identifying a local fish and chip shop. Before you register, we ask you find a local fish and chip shop that would be able to receive and store the fish for you to collect. Once you've done this, then you can follow the registration process provided. Fish from the Chippy is delivered through a partnership with the Fishmongers Company, Fastnet Fish Limited, the Fishing School Hero Programme and the Food Teachers Centre. So, finding your local fish and chip shop. You might already know a local chippy you can approach, but if not, why not try one of the following? Perhaps a technician or a school admin staff can help. What you could do is Google local fish and chip shops near me for results. Use the finder from the National Federation of Fish Fryers. You can look at TripAdvisor and search for your local area. Use maps, Google Maps, and search to see what's local. If there's a fish and chip shop local to your school, are they big enough to take your order? Do they have freezer space? And what can you offer them in return? So the next step in the process, once you've found your fish and chip shop, is to create that new relationship. You've got to think to yourself, why might a local fish and chip shop help you in your school? Remember, chip shops can be busy places, so please go in and pick your time when they're not too busy. Don't go in at height of tea time on a Friday night. They're not going to want to talk to you then. Okay, remember, you're not asking for money or free fish from them, simply for Fastnet Limited to drop off frozen fish to their shop for them to store in their freezers ready for you to collect at an arranged time. Some of the benefits for the fish and chip shop might include the positive PR opportunities in local and national press, along with social media highlighting the collection of the fish from the chippy. They could get mentioned. You could give them a mention in your school newsletter, on the website, or on your school social media. They can create that link up with local schools and develop longer term relationships. They're supporting their local community, which gives them an enhanced reputation and gives them also potential for more customers to come into the shop. When you're going in to talk to the fish and chip shop, buy some fish, buy some chips, just get a taste for the business, and it also shows that you're just not in it on a one-way basis. So, all's going well, you've selected a fish and chip shop and created that relationship, and they've agreed to accept a delivery of fish from Fastnet. So now you have to arrange for the chippy to receive the fish by ordering it with Fastnet. So you're going to do that via a Cademy link that we're going to send you once you sign up to the program. Once you receive this link, follow it to Cademy and input all the delivery details of the fish and chip shop. Please be accurate when you're doing this, including the postcode, because that's what Fastnet are going to use to deliver the fish to the chippy. Please, at this point, provide any school closure dates so they have an idea when not to send the fish. Once the order's been created, Fastnet then will let you know a date to collect the fish. So they will send it direct to the chippy and they will know the date and they will let you know that. Please keep in touch with the chippy and let them know when to expect the delivery and when you will collect it. Please don't fill up their freezer for days on end. Once you get the date, go down to the chippy and let them know when it's going to be there and pick it up promptly, and that would be brilliant. This year's Fish from the Chippy initiative has an ordering schedule that will give Fastnet plenty of time to process the orders. We're asking you to order a month in advance to give them time, as I said, to process that order and get the fish to the chippy. So order in February for March, March for April, April for May, May for June and June for July. Please make sure that when you're filling in the order form that you add any school closure or holiday dates to the order form. You'll be contacted to let you know the date once Fastnet have processed your order. So this is the best bit, collecting your order. You've done all the hard work, you've identified a fish and chip shop, you've started that relationship, you've left your details with the fish and chip shop, you've ordered your fish from Fishnet, it arrives, the fish and chip shop have got in contact, and you rush down to the fish and chip shop to pick up your 50 portions of hake. Don't forget, this is a great opportunity for both you and the shop for a little bit of PR. So take along your phone, take along a camera, take lots of pictures of the fish and chip shop handing you over the fish, and we can use that to publicize the program. Okay.
Thanks, Simon. The main part of this presentation has been about how you find your local partners and get the fish delivered and collected. But we'd just like to give you a heads up on what happens next in terms of getting ready to cook. The fish is delivered frozen, so as long as you've got somewhere to store it in school, you've got some time to get ready for the cooking sessions. We have tried to make these as easy as possible for you. We've provided you with a full set of teaching resources. And when you sign up as part of this programme, we recommend that you go and look at our dedicated training room. And the Fish from the Chippy pilot that we ran already has many of the resources that you'll need as part of this teaching process. To bring your lessons to life, we already have ready for you a number of recipes and video masterclasses. These cooking sessions were filmed at the Fishmongers Hall, who are our sponsors for this programme. And of course, we're expecting you to carry out these cooking and tasting sessions in lessons and take some photos of the students as they're working. So this is up to you to look at what recipes you might like to use. But after you've done your cooking, do make sure that you do visit and thank the fish and chip shop and show them a montage of the photo of the cooking sessions and perhaps some of the finished dishes, perhaps as a poster in the shop window so that people can see how you've been working with your local shop. As part of the resources, we also have a model risk assessment that can be found in Guide 14. Please adapt and adopt and use in your planning. Take care when you're looking at the delivery and the product goes into the freezer as quickly as possible to maintain the cold chain. And defrosting should be done in the fridge and the produce used within 24 hours once defrosted. Please use a temperature probe to check for doneness, and ideally don't reheat once it's cooked. These lessons are ideal for students cooking and tasting in the same lesson. Please note the risk assessment's only for guide. Please adopt for your own circumstances and adapt where it's needed. We realise there's quite a lot of things to remember as part of this programme. We'll try to give you regular reminders. As part of the lesson and the feedback from the lessons, one of the important things that we ask you to do is to make sure all the pupils who've taken part complete a very short survey. This is great for doing as a homework activity or at the end of lessons. We use this data to compile evidence about the impact of the funding and the sponsorship. So you can imagine that the tables and statistics that we can use about how many students have taken part and what they've thought about the lesson that they've been taking part in is really important so that we can continue this programme next year and the year after. So please don't underestimate how important it is for you to, as well as having the fish and cooking the fish, that you've given the students a chance to do this feedback survey. It's only 2 minutes, so it shouldn't take you very long at all. Please check that they have done it for us as well. We also say that one of the other most important things is for you to send us some high quality photos. You can send those and post them up into the Fish Hero training room so that we can use them. We might also drop you a line to see if we can have some high resolution copies of those. It's really important that the fish is the main image that we use, and we ask for specific images as well around collecting the fish so you can feature your fish and chip shop, the students preparing the fish and the students cooking and the students eating. Obviously, pupil permissions need to be gained in advance, and we advise you on how to do that. Again, these are really important because it's this kind of promotion that our seafood industry partners are looking for. They want to see what you're doing with this amazing fish in your schools, and it makes them much more likely to want to sponsor this in future years. We ask that you share as much of this as you can with your local fish and chip shop and on your Social media, perhaps use your social media person in the school to help you do this, or on the school web pages. Here's some examples of the images we collected during the pilot phase. You can see here the teachers collecting, standing outside the shop sign clearly visible and collecting their box of fish. Great promo for the shop, great promo for the school. And here's a couple more, and you can see how having these sorts of images can help us continue these partnerships in the future.
Thank you, Louise. Next step, over to you to find a local chippy and then get onto that ordering link to receive your fish. Once received, use social media to promote the programme as much as possible, please. Remember, you're pathfinders for everybody else in this programme. Any questions, please contact me directly via email at simon.gray, Gray, at foodteachercentre.co.uk. You can email me anytime with any queries. As always, we're really keen to share what is going on in school food lessons and what students are achieving. Please share your achievements with us in the Fish Hero training room and on social media to help us get the message out and publicise this programme. The more we share, the more partners will become interested in supporting you and your students to deliver lessons with fish. The more we all like posts, comment, repost, the more notice we will get on all our social platforms. Remember, only 3 to 10% of our followers see our posts. So if we can get more activity via comments, then our activities will be shown to more people. We will also tag and share your posts to our industry supporters. The industry supporters, the people we need to thank for this programme, are primarily Fastnet Fish Limited from Grimsby, who are supplying the fish free of charge and delivering it again free of charge to the fish shop near you, and also the Fishmongers Company Charitable Trust for the overall support and encouragement with the Fishing School Hero programme. Thank you. I look forward to seeing your pictures, and if you've got any questions, please do contact me and I'll try and answer those. Thank you.